millions of acres of land in Ghana are devastated by illegal mining or galamsey activities. The International Growth Center estimates that $250 million will be needed to reclaim illegal mining devastated lands in the western region of Ghana alone, with sustainable management of the soil becoming a crucial problem. A group of scientists in Ghana and Germany are using a fungus to bring life back to Ghana's degraded soils. Lab FM's Kwesi Deborah has more on Tech Thursday.
Fungi may not hesitate to invade a dead or living plant, making naught of it. But in situations where they fall in love with each other, it becomes interesting to know the mutual gains. Agape may refer to a true love affair between God and men, but for green plants and fungi, it is called symbiosis. Mycorrhizas, an important group of soil fungi, prefer to latch onto the plant's roots, supplying water and vital nutrients to the plant, while the plant supplies the fungi with sugars. In this affair, soil is not about emotions, but food. Though some fungi may prefer to make dew on the surface, others will like to penetrate deep into the plant root cells. These are known as a buscular mycorrhizal fungi, AMF. Capitalizing on Mr. Puku's flourishing illegal mining reclaimed site, the German project partners picked a soil and root sample and isolated an AMF candidate.
So we took soil samples, isolated mycorrhizal fungi, have characterized these in Germany and tested them for their functional potential to increase fertility and support a mercury uptake by plant. And this is now being tested as a vice versa approach and also supporting economies in the future here in Ghana to develop sustainable solutions for mercury reclamation in Ghanaian gold mining sites.
Another PhD student from the University of Hohenheim, Yashin Gil, decided to bring Pararia fasciolidis and the discovered AMF together to see how they can rid a contaminated soil of mercury. She found that AMF helped the plant to absorb the mercury and ensures optimum growth of the plant.
Here in this part, it wasn't possible for us to harvest all of the plants, but you can definitely see with AMF we have a higher production of biomass in the root.
So the first indication what we have here in the comparison of these two four plants and two treatments is that the overall positive effect of mycorrhizal fungi is clearly visible. And this is also seen that we have a better root growth. That means the biomass production of the plant species is much better. And you also see the positive effect of AMF, mycorrhizal fungi. And this is clearly seen in contrast to the non-treated plants on the left side. So these two plants have not been inoculated with mycorrhizal fungi, where you can clearly see that the plant does not perform as good as with inoculation. And also, and this is one of our main targets, is that under the influence of mercury concentration in the soil, that the plant can also perform better with support of mycorrhizal strains. So this is seen here on the right side. This is our prototype of legume plant species inoculated with AMF as exposed to mercury.
Use mycorrhiza to help rejuvenate our soils and also take the heavy metal mercury from the soil to make the soil better for agricultural purposes. Today we have observed that the mycorrhiza has improved the rooting system of these plants, and hence there is the potential to develop this mycorrhiza into a commercial scale that can be used in all the galamsey sites to be able to take the mercury and rejuvenate our soils. We are thinking of sustainable management of our soils, not using any synthetic, but we are using environmental services, natural materials to go back to the soil and use them to bring back the soil to life. If you go to all the areas that we are practicing galamsey, the land is devastated. Cocoa farms are destroyed, and we believe that this our mycorrhiza, which is indigenous, that has been developed, can be used in our communities to revitalize our soils for agricultural purposes.
As both the Ghanaian and German governments are perplexed at ways to reclaim the land, Abuscula mycorrhizal fungi, AMF, and leguminous trees give hope for an effective and sustainable and less costly technology to revitalize Ghana's degraded lands. Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Deborah.